going to be an overview of the brilliant Inplay scanner, showing you all the extras, all of the gizmos, how to set it up and how to get the best out of the tool. So sit back, try and keep this video as short as possible, enjoy, write down any bits you think are necessary, and let's get started. So here we go, this is the scanner page. It's a Friday evening, you can see loads and loads of games. Good news, lots of information on that page to help us make some money. And from the top we have a schedule, top right hand side, brings down the list of games for tonight. We have liquidity. If on the weekend you don't want games from Iran that have got £2.22 in, then you can put in a minimum liquidity, which I do, otherwise you get a load of old rubbish that no good to trade. So you can put in something like that, and that has taken a lot of the games out. Make sure any changes you make you save at the bottom here, otherwise it won't retain that information. So just to take those out, so we'll go from the top. On the right hand side we have little sort of stats filters. You want to find games that are, say, 0-0 as we speak. Put in that in there, hit the enter, and it'll bring up all of the games that we have that are presently 0-0. Okay, take that out. You want to find where there's been a minimum of 8 shots on target on any of the games. Hit that, enter, and here we go. This is the shots on target stat, and you can see all of these a minimum of 8 shots. So take that out and we go back to how it was, and here we go, here are all our games again. So onto the other side we have Betfair graphs. Just hover the mouse over the price. We have kickoff prices, you can see highlighted under the actual price itself. We have times in minutes where there's been a goal, here you can see. And also on our stats itself you can see when there's been a shot on target, when there's been a shot off target, when there's been a corner, and so on and so on. Penalties, free kicks, red cards, yellow cards, dangerous attacks, possession, PI2, I'll explain that a little bit later, PI1. All of these are sortable, so you can have them ascending or descending order. And we also have, if you click in one of these, if you're logged into Betfair itself, it will take you straight to that market to save a little bit of time, because sometimes speed is what it's all about. You don't get in quick enough, suspended, you missed a goal, you lose money. Okay, we have the Betfair liquidity amount, matched amount here, as you can see. And moving on to the stats, as we say, shots on target, off target, corners, red cards, penalties, free kicks, reds, yellows, dangerous attacks, possession, PI2, which takes into account the last 10 minutes. We have 3 points for every corner. That's added to 1 point for every dangerous attack. That figure is added together, and we come up here with these figures here. The all-important PI1, the last 10 minutes, takes into account the possession, which is divided by 5, and we add 10 points for every shot on and off target. So the higher these figures are, you can see, the higher these figures are, the better. So anything from 70 upwards, there's a good chance there's going to be a goal, there's plenty of action, and 70 plus is a good sign that something's going to happen in the game. We also have the PI graphs, you can see. So you can see when things have been happening in the game, when it's been high, when it's been low. Possession, shots, the last 10 minutes on the right hand side, you can see. And this is a excellent little bit of a tool to identify lots of action in the game and when a goal is likely to happen. So just moving it up slightly, we have head-to-heads. That'll take you to an external link with the head-to-heads, the recent form, under-overs, etc, etc. We also have, let's move down the page a little bit, we have the breakdown of the first half, second half, and the total. So let's go down to some of these games that are in the second half. We can see them there. So you can see when something's happened in the second half. In this particular game, we've had a goal, 4 shots on target to the away side, 2 shots off target to the home side. And this is a really useful little breakdown to have. Just looking for one of these second half boxes to be blue. And when one of these is blue, if you hover the mouse over it, it will tell you that one or both of the sides, recent form over the last 7 seasons suggests there are more goals scored by that side or both sides in the second half of games, and it will give you a percentage figure. So just hover the mouse over the blue figure when there is a game that has a blue figure, and it will give you that information. Okay, another very handy little extra. Okay, so what else have we got? We can delete the games on the right hand side, you can see. You can highlight the games like that, click the light bulb. When you highlight a game, then you get audio sounds for a goal, for a shot on target, for a penalty, for a red card, for half-time and full-time whistle. And let's just move on up, because what we can also do if we highlight a couple of these, I've actually turned off the audio alerts because obviously I'm doing the video. So if we move up the page, if we click on this light bulb here, then all of these games will be in one section at the top. So it's much easier than having them all over the page. So let's just untick that. And this little speaker here, I've got the sound alerts turned off. That's why you're not hearing anything. This little sound alert here is for when there's a high PI alert. Now these figures flash red when they are high. You can see that, we've marked that, so that's high. So it's for your attention. When you see something high, then it's worth looking into and potentially jumping on. So just moving down the page, you can add your own strategies. We're going to use mine as an example here. So I've got it set up, I've got the lay the draw combo as I call it. I'm looking for games from 60 to 80 minutes. This is the filter, you can see. Price filter. You have to have something in this box here, otherwise it won't recognize it. So I'm looking for the under 2.5 to be priced between 1.01 and 126, 1.26. On the lay side, I've got liquidity. These figures, I'm looking for all of these games to have at least 6 shots on target. The scores have got to be 0-0. And as you can see, it's actually thrown one up here, which fits obviously all of that criteria. So that's a game I would look to potentially trade. And what would I do? I would probably go in and lay the draw, lay the under 2.5, which is Strat F on the help page. That's something that it's a very good strategy and does very well. So second one I got set up. Home odds 1.01 to 1000. So you have to have something in this filter. You have to name it whatever you want. Again, I'm looking for games between 60 and 80 minutes. Similar thing, except the PI one has got to be 80 or over. So that would then bring a game up. It would notify me. You can see with the it's unticked. So I would hear a bell telling me that that game has actually hit. And not only that, but I've got a subscribe to email alert on, so I will receive an email on these two strategies saved. So very quickly, if you want to, all you do is you add, go in here and you just set it up however you want. Just set it up however you want and then save whatever changes you want, and you will get, as long as you follow the instructions, you will get the alert for that. So I'm just going to delete that. Just make sure you save any changes you make. I think that's about it, really. There's lots to get into. It's a brilliant bit of kit. These are flashing because they're high. Goal flashes red here, you can see, so goal has been scored in this particular game. We can unbulb the ones that we don't want. That we just used as an example. And I think we've kind of really covered everything, really. The chat room is where the action goes on, so we always advise people getting in there. As I say, liquidity at the weekend, always best to have that, otherwise you're going to get a lot of sort of rubbish games that you're not going to trade. And that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again for the next one.